It counters all jutsu. What's going on, guys? And welcome to a brand new video on Naruto the Boruto Shinobi Striker. Of course, I am your host, Flamingsharingan, aka the Sammy Sosa of video games, guys. What is going on? And welcome again to a brand new video. But before all that, guys, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the channel, if you're new to the channel, if you're new, what it do? Let's get it poppin', fam. Alright, so today I have a very special, different video for you guys today. Now, normally I don't do jutsu review on this channel, but I want to discuss the Sharingan in this jutsu review, guys. Now, let's go ahead and jump right in because I was amongst the crowd who thought this jutsu was trash. But let's get into why I think this jutsu is god tier in this game now. When I think about controversial jutsu in Shinobi Striker, Sharingan comes to mind. It's one of those jutsu where either you hate it or you love it. Now, I think the group that doesn't like it is the group that doesn't really know how to apply it effectively or use it to its full potential. And again, I'm going to show you guys how to do that today. But before we get into that, guys, it'll help if we knew exactly what the Sharingan Eye was. So let me go and give you a little bit of backstory about that. So what is the Sharingan? It's the Dojutsu, aka the visual jutsu passed down by the Uchiha clan. Another note, guys, is that it's not to be confused with the Byakugan, because the Sharingan is not available to the user at birth, whereas the Byakugan is. I will not be going into too much detail about the Byakugan in this video, because this is about the Sharingan. If you guys want to see a review about the Byakugan, let me know in the comments below, guys. As I was saying, the Sharingan is not available to the user at birth. Rather, it is activated upon the user going through an extremely powerful emotional condition, which typically, but is not limited to, the loss of a loved one or a friend, or even trying to reunite with a loved one. Now, once triggered, the brain releases a unique chakra to the optic nerves of the user, in turn turning their eyes into what we know as the Sharingan Eye. We all know what the Sharingan actually does, so I won't go into detail, but in short, it allows the user to copy jutsu except for Kekkei Genkai. Now that we got some backstory on the jutsu, let's see what Shinobi Striker has to say about the Sharingan. An eye jutsu that can hypnotize and copy. This puts the user into Sharingan mode, where they can prevent just about any enemy jutsu once, guys. Alright, guys, on to the pros and cons section of the video. Once again, not talking Nintendo Switches out here, guys. Now, the pros, let's go with that first. Pretty good duration on the jutsu. It could be a tad longer. Now, it does have a relatively quick cooldown. Maybe use some clothing or accessories to boost the cooldown, maybe, but the cooldown is relatively quick, guys. And important to note, guys, it's an extra substitution jutsu. It's a good getaway tool, and it's a chargeable substitution jutsu. Now, what I mean by that, guys, is it's a sub jutsu that you don't have to wait to cool down. You can control that cooldown. You can wear the clothes, or you can even just hold the L1 or R2 button, the L1 or the R1 button, depending on what you have it set to charge the jutsu. It's great, guys. Now, it can also give you the upper hand in a fight. We'll get more to that later, guys. It counters all jutsu. It counters secret techniques. I believe it counters all of them. I have to do more extensive testing, but for what I did test, it does counter most. Has a lot more utility than people realize. I'm gonna say that one again, guys. Has a lot more utility than people realize. We will revisit this point a little bit later, but let's get into the cons now. Its second pro is also a con to the jutsu. While yes, you have access to an extra chargeable sub jutsu, you are also sacrificing a jutsu slot that could be used for a damage jutsu rather than an extra sub. That's something to think about and consider, guys. It also does 0 damage. I'll elaborate more later on why I reiterated 0 damage. The main con people might say is that it doesn't allow you to copy other ninjutsu, which is the main use of the Sharingan in the anime, especially considering the fight between Kakashi and Zabuza. You guys still here? If so, we're gonna make it splash. Ways to apply the jutsu. Now, as stated previously, this jutsu has a lot more application and utility than people think. So let's get into that. Now, use it as an escape tool. Remember, it's a second sub. As you get better with the jutsu, you can potentially become an unattackable target. Use it to get behind the enemy and strike. Try using it right before you get meleeed, or try using it before a combo, during a combo, or during a dash cancel in the combo to bait out enemy attacks. Want to take it a step further? Try using it once you see your opponent weaving signs for a jutsu, which in turn causes them to waste their jutsu and put you at an advantage, since they have one less jutsu at their disposal. And this is to go further beyond a super shinobi, if you will. Please. And my favorite application to the Sharingan. Use it after you've seen your opponent use his or her substitution jutsu. Then go in for the kill and fear not, because you have a substitution on deck if you didn't already use it. And even if you did, you still have the Sharingan on deck. Guys, the Sharingan is so underrated in this game. It's amazing, guys. Now, here's a bonus for you, guys and girls. Capture the enemy flag, then purposely let someone hit you, then get behind them and make your escape. This pairs very well with Lariat, because with the Lariat, you travel a great distance. It's a bit risky, but give it a try. Now, let's revisit the point I was making about it not being able to copy other jutsu.
Let's get it.
If Bandai gave it a rework, here's how I would have it work. Upon activation, if meleeed, the user traps the enemy in a genjutsu, dealing low damage but stunning the opponent, sort of like the paralysis kunai ninja tool. This goes back to why I reiterated it doing 0 damage, because this is how I would incorporate damage without making it too broken of an ability. Now, as for getting hit by a jutsu, I think upon getting hit, you should absorb that jutsu and use either the left, right, or down directional buttons to use the absorb jutsu, but have there be a time limit before the jutsu disappears, just so once again, the jutsu isn't too broken. So in other words, if you don't use the absorb jutsu within a certain time limit, it will disappear, guys. I think this rework will make the Sharingan a little more authentic. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section below. And the question I want to leave you guys with is, do you think the Sharingan should be an accessory you can equip to always have it visual? Now, I know the Sharingan activates when you activate the jutsu, and the Mangekyu Sharingan activates when you use Susanoo Flame Control, Tosca Blade, and Kamui, and Planetary Devastation, I believe. Now, don't you all think an accessory of the Sharingan would be cool, so you can always see it on your CAC? Let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below, guys. And also let me know again if you want to see a Byakugan video just like this. Once again, I hope you guys did enjoy, and if you did, guys, you know what to do. Follow that protocol.
Bang, 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 bang.
Hit that sub button. Hit that like button. Ring that bell. I would truly, truly appreciate it. Once again, guys, I have been Flamingsharingan. Love you all. Take care, and I will catch you all on the next exciting episode of Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker on the channel.
Till next time.